So, what is your first impression to the world? That can be one defining thing that can make you succeed in life or lose in life, or gain respect from people or lose respect from people, gain trust from people or lose trust from people. So, what is your first impression in the world? And how can you improve it? How can you change it? I'm sure we all have a self image of ourselves, like each one of us, and I'm sure you too have a self image of yourself. And you think that's how people perceive you, but that's your self image of yourself. That's not necessarily how the other person is perceiving you. And a realistic test of it and how to improve it, I can give you a few steps. So, the best thing you can do to improve your self image, like your first impression, what other people think of you when they see you from far, is like make a list of like the impression you think you make or the world makes, or you judge people on their impression. Like when you look at people, what are the 50 things that you think that comes to your mind? And I'm sure it's more than that, but I'm just giving you like 50 things. So you think like when you see a group of friends sitting and you look at one guy on one girl in that group, and for each one you might have a different image. So like let's in your mind just run an impression, and you look at one guy in the group and of 5 friends, and what is your impression of that one guy? Just run this idea in your mind. Any group you would have seen, or you're sitting in a cafe, you're sitting in a bar, in the office, you don't know them, you don't know these people, because when you know people, your idea of them is already biased, it's already contaminated. So like unknown group, you see a guy, and what is his impression? Just like right, do you think he's a loser? Do you think he's a winner? Do you think he's a strong man? Do you think he's a weak man? Do you think he's the leader of the group? He's the follower of the group. He is a pussy. He is like somebody who will save someone. Is he an empathic person? Is he a douchebag? I'm sure sometimes you look at a face of a guy, you think he's a douchebag, or he's an asshole. Or sometimes you look at face of people, and it's not about their face. It's just like the whole vibe and the way they carry themselves. And like this, you make like, is he a classy looking guy? Is he a cheap looking guy? Is he a powerful person, or he's a weak person? Like, just like make list of at least 50 impressions that that runs in your mind first time when you see somebody. And I would recommend you to write in your phone, like save it in a folder in your phone. Or if you want, you are old school, then you can write it on notepad, like on a piece of paper. I think you can easily adjust like 50 impressions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then like carry this paper with you, or carry this folder with you. I mean, if it's in your phone, so you're automatically carrying it. And when you're sitting somewhere, don't think what your friend's impression of you is. Try to think, what is this like person who doesn't know me, of this 50 things I have listed, what is his impression of me? Does he think I'm a loser? Does he think I'm a powerful person? Does he think I'm a lonely person? Does he think I'm a needy person? Does he think I have a lot of friends? Does he think like I'm charming? Does he think I'm friendly? So what are like 10 positive impressions you want to make? And when you read it, you suddenly become a little bit conscious, like the way you're sitting, your postures, your eye contact, you're just like expression in your face. So instead of doing it in a like a harder way and a boring way, I should sit to the like this, I should stand to the like this, to know. That's only like you're trying to change the outcome. You're not trying to change the core of the problem. So once you start to do this exercise, like every time you're sitting somewhere, and imagine like as you judge other people, what are they thinking of you? When you're sitting with your friends, what those other people are thinking about you, and like try to run this 50 list you have made for 1 week at least, and ideally for a 1 month. And you'll really see that you have a change in your personality. Like people will start to perceive you differently. You'll start to make a better impression. And not only with the people whom you are meeting for the first time, but actually people who you know, like your boss, your colleagues, maybe your best friends will still look at you in the way they looked because they know you for many years. But let's say like the guys from your university whom you sometimes say hi, suddenly you will see they start to treat you differently. They start to respect you. So I would try to have this 10 things that you like to be known to have positive. Don't try to come across as a douchebag or an asshole. There's a time and place for it, but usually you don't want to be that guy, because then you're inviting a lot of negative energy in your life and trouble, so you don't want that. And over a period of months, if you do this exercise, every time you're sitting, And you don't have to do it like all the time. If you just do it once or twice in a day, you slowly, by end of the month, you'll see that you'll start to act, carry yourself a little bit differently, and people start to treat you differently. And then after that, you can like stop doing it. It will become part of your personality. Maybe you can do it once a week, and after that, once a month. And eventually, within a year, first of all, within a month, you will have a drastic image difference, how people perceive you. And within a year, you will be a different person altogether, the way you carry yourself, the way the world perceives you. And these things really matter. It will open many doors to you. Like if you're going for a job interview and your first impression is really, really good, and because these are internal changes in your personality, you're changing the core of your personality for a good, like influencing it in a good way. So it will not be like a superficial change. It will also reflect in longer interactions with people, in longer rendezvous, in longer get-togethers. So overall, you'll level up in life. You'll go one level higher, and this first impressions and how people perceive you is really like a defining factor many times in life. That's why there are job interviews, for example. So let me know how you found this suggestion. If you found it helpful or you think there could be something more, then please write in the comment. And if you want me to make such more contents which are helpful and give you idea, then please subscribe, and then I will continue to make such videos. Thanks.